So the difference between geographic information and thematic information is as following. Uh, while we are speaking about spatial data infrastructure, sorry, well, these uh, symbols are different meanings. Well, this initiative on spatial data infrastructure is proposed by mm, the President Bill Clinton, the President of the United States, and uh, the main idea. Do you know something about spatial data infrastructure? Hello?
Yes, yes,
Yes?
yes.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So we have two important components of SDI. It's so-called basic data and profile data. The basic data consists of the data on uh, elevation, orthoimagery, hydrologic data, governmental unit boundaries, cadastral, geodetic control, transportation, etc. And to widen the uh, abilities of spatial data infrastructure, they decided to add the different profile data layers to SDI. For example, demographic, mm, soils, geology, um, tectonics, biodiversity, ecological issues, nature protection, etc. So uh, these data presented in GIS or on a map can helps us create a thematic map. It's a type of map that portrays the geographic pattern of particular subject, not the whole information about the area, but particular, very narrow, often very narrow subject. Well, and the main data source of this thematic map is statistical data. Well, speaking about data input, we have spoken about statistical data. Uh, uh, you can follow the link, for example, on mm, State Statistics Service of Ukraine, and you can find a lot of interesting data on population. Just click statistical data, population and migration, and nowadays here you can find uh, uh, the birth rate, the death rate, and other data. Often this data has geographical reference, and it's possible to present this data on a map. Have you any experience of uh, statistical data presentation on a map? Yeah?
I don't think so.
Uh-huh. Isa Osman, have you any experience of statistical data presentation?
No, sir.
Well, while we are try to search the net, mm, for example, at S3 corporation and their multi-user open online courses, they uh, the one of their open free online open courses is cartography. This cartography course will open on April the 3rd at 2024. And it's possible for you to join this course and download their software and follow their advices and try to work with ArcGIS software. It's very convenient software. However, we can uh, work with thematic map in mm, free of charge with QGIS software. Yeah, yeah, you can find while we try to search the net and some examples of Esri thematic map. We can find a lot of examples of so-called statistical maps. Statistical maps are presenting the data in the net in the framework of statistical divisions. You see, the main area of interest for American corporation, of course, is the United States. However, it is possible uh, to find a lot of examples, how can we use this statistical data for mapping different states. Um, you can find a huge amount of explanation, and this is one of the convenient. Mm, well, thematic map shows information about a topic or theme as it applies to a spatial feature. This differs from reference maps, which show where spatial features are located. For example, a reference map of the United States might show state boundaries and names. On the other hand, a thematic map has information inside this, shows the information inside the statistical divisions. Every country has its own uh, framework of the statistical divisions. Uh, I have been working with students from Ghana, from the west coast of Africa, and we have developing some maps of this African country. Uh, so, thematic map of Europe. We also can find a huge amount of maps that present data in the difference between countries and the difference between smaller regions, not countries but smaller regions. Um, the very big, the very huge amount of statistical maps, uh, we can explain this issue. Uh, oh, population, for example, population map of Europe. Very good example. Let me make the copy of this map. So I'll make some examples right here, and also I make the link to the data source. Only change the color of the Universal Resource Locator. Uh, the main cartographic tools that can present this statistical data is so-called um, cartogram or Choropleth and cartodiagram. So you can Choropleth's map. Yeah, a Choropleth map is a thematic map that is used to represent statistical data using the color mapping symbology technique. It displays uh, enumeration units or divided geographical areas or regions that are colored, shaded, or patterned in relation to a data variable. Yeah. So Horopleth's map. Uh, the main idea of Horopleth's map or cartogram in Russian and Ukrainian that we can represent the data in the administrative or another units. It's an easy way to visualize how a variable varies across a geographic area or show a level of variability within a region. Um, well, historically, the first Horopleth maps have been developed in the early 18th century. So, in black color, it will be much more interesting. Well, the earliest known Choropleth map was created in 1826 by Baron Pierre Charles Dupin, depicting the availability of basic education in France by department. More cartes tentilles, tinted maps, were soon produced in France to visualize other moral statistics on education, disease, crime, and living conditions. So uh, it can be, uh, mm, you probably can agree that this type of social statistic data is very important to the city territory monitoring, to the city territory management. And it's very helpful for municipal staff to use this data for making different measures for city for city governing the city territory, understanding where the main, for example, this map by Baron Pierre Charles Dupin shows us the map of literacy in France. Well, probably the black and dark regions um, has a low literacy level. So the northeastern part of France probably has a highest level of literacy. Well, we can uh, mm, well, speaking about the structure of Choropleth maps. Well, the term Choropleth map was introduced in 1938 by geographer uh, John Wright, and was in common usage among cartographers by the 1940s. Also in the Glen Trevarta introduced term as ratio maps, but this term did not survive. In Soviet tradition, in Ukrainian and Soviet and Russian tradition, or another post-communist states, we call this map cartogramma.